Alright, hello, good morning. Let's see, I forgot to put on some music. Music. I need my music. Let's see, shuffle. Okay, so I think we're in a pretty nice spot. Vercel.com. Let's see. So much stuff. Yeah, whatever. Except, yes. So where's the main? Yeah, there's the building AI confident. So this is kind of like our app now, and it might seem very simple, and it really is. But we're gonna do a lot of stuff with this, like allow more people in, like commenting systems and whatever we come up with. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of amazing that, and it's really fast. Like it seems to be working the way I want it to. But we can validate some things. But I want to see if our actual production sign-in works. Oh, that didn't quite work, did it? Oh, interesting. Okay, we're gonna take a look at this. So we don't really have the ability to test authentication in development. We kind of have a test user, so we're not like running through the full flow. But yeah, I'm curious what happened there. Oh, this seems to be... Oh, interesting. What's going on here? Because where was the other post? Oh, we seem to have a production... Wait, localhost? Oh, it it went to localhost. That's the issue. Yeah, I need I need copy. We need to insert let's see, environment variables, and we need, let's see, add app URL. I forgot about this. Well, it's not really sensitive in that sense. This is only for production. We don't need it in preview. Okay, cool. So if we save that now, and then I wonder what this means. Like, do they mean the production environment? I guess they do. Yeah, redeploy. Yeah, it's a pretty nice... It's like, there's a lot of love going into this experience. But it's just so much. That's the thing. It's just a lot of things. So it's a bit overwhelming, all the features, and... But it's kind of insane. Like sitting here and seeing the app coming live, and it's kind of crazy. Very, very good stuff. Cool. So if we open it again, I'm gonna try to sign in. Oh yeah, and I need to change the, let's say I'm gonna do that on my other screen here. I forgot to change the URL on the GitHub app. Let's see. Where do we do that? Developer settings, Git OAuth apps, where we have it. Yeah, there we go. And homepage URL. And authorization callback will also be HTTPS. Like so. Update application. Let's see now. redirect URI. That's interesting. What's the redirect URI? Wasn't it app URI? Okay, let's just see. Let's just review this. So as we ended up actually just doing a test user during development and only having the GitHub auth flow in production, I noticed that it's not quite working. So I updated the app URL environment variable and also changed the settings on the OAuth app. But for some reason, when I try to sign in production, I get this error. From GitHub. Yeah, I think we're gonna, I think we are going to try to write something, kind of write the first article, get rid of the mocked article, and then try to start writing some articles, or at least one, see how that feels like. I have some ideas on how I want to improve the editing and stuff, but for now, what was I thinking? Yeah, and I also fixed the agent review tool, so that should be working now, I think. We can see after we create a PR here if it actually... Why isn't the... Oh, there it is. No, I have app URL. But I have app URL on Vercel, and that's what's being used. So I don't quite understand. But so the app URL is the thing that's put into redirect URI then. That's weird. That is weird. So it's saying that app URL. Oh, could it be that I'm missing like HTTPS? Oh, for fuck's sake. That might be. Redeploy. Oh. Yeah. Training slash. Oh. Oh, app URL. Okay. Is missing the path. No, that's fine. Let's see again. There we go. Look at that magic. This is awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I just forgot to insert the HTTPS on the app URL environment variable. That was the issue. Do we have that? I'm curious. Do we have like an overview somewhere of the environment variables and what they do? I'm thinking we should have like a deployment markdown file, which just describes that we're using Vercel, what environment variables we have. Currently, we're only using Doppler for the Claude agent, but we should hook that up to Vercel as well. But we haven't done that yet. Yeah, could you do that? That would be a nice addition. And yeah, I guess this will be more of a cleanup PR. And I was also thinking about having, I'm reflecting on like, how do you keep tabs on the code? Because I want to be I don't really want the AI itself to review the code. I think I rather want to have like, but the thing, I don't want to do it locally. And I rely on a PR to be able to look at the code on GitHub. Well, I guess I don't completely rely on that. I can go on the main. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So Vercel also has database URL, GitHub client ID, and so on. I haven't hooked up Doppler there yet, so there are some duplicates that you should document. That's the way it works now. Maybe you could even have a note that we should migrate to only using Doppler also on Vercel. Wait, what is this sync script you're creating? Oh, we're not gonna write a script. This is gonna be an integration. Sorry, I should have pointed that out. There is an integration with Vercel. So this will all happen in the background. We don't need to implement anything. Fantastic. Yeah, let's make this a cleanup PR, and then we can jump into production and try to create something. This is all fine. Next thing we can do is to remove the mocked post. We have like this hard-coded post in the client. Could you please just remove that completely? We're just going to rely on the actual posts in the database now. And then we're going to do a little code review. Can you like, is there like a favorite thing? Dismiss. Oh, look at that. There it is. So that you kind of have them pin. Is that the thing? Okay. That's what they call it. Okay, and then, so what I want to try to do is I want to make it possible to, so this is the tricky thing. This is the thing that's really missing from the experience now. Like I can't go and hook up Claude to a repository without cloning it locally first. Which kind of sucks. Or at least I don't think I can. With the Claude Code desktop application, I can run my agents remotely in the cloud, in an Anthropic cloud container, or whatever you want to call it. Is it possible, like, do I have to clone the repository locally to be able to do that? Or is there any way I can like create an environment that's just hooked up to one of my repositories, not having to clone it locally first? And then let's put Opus to work here. I want good answer. The post is gone. Great. But let us go in and do a little code review here. So some of these things are just related to workflows and stuff. Like scripts, workflows, all of this is just for the agent. But we have a server here. And I guess kind of the experience I would love to have is I'm trying to find a good way to deal with this. You know, I would actually prefer, oh, this is a new article. Like, how do you do general code review? One thing is doing a code review of like a specific change, but another thing is just going through the code base and just make comments about things. And I think a better approach would be to actually set up a PR. And then you go on GitHub and can you create comments on a branch? I'm curious. Let's see. I want to have my pinned repositories on the front page. Yeah. Like, can I go in here and open this and then just make comments on code here and it pops up on the PR? That would be amazing. Like, is there a... Let's ask about that as well. Yes, that's exactly what on the web does. And no, you don't need a local cloud. Each cloud session spins up a fresh. But how do I configure it? The clone comes from GitHub remote, not from your... Yeah, but I don't understand how do I actually, like, I see there's a configuration for setting up an environment. Like, I can choose a cloud environment, and then I have to choose a repository. But I can only choose local folders representing a repository. There doesn't seem to be, like, just a list of repositories coming from my account. Does that make sense? Where do I select that? Or isn't this true? Like, if I go here... Oh, it's all my repositories. Ooh. Forget about that. I didn't know that. That's amazing. Okay, cool. What was the other thing? Oh. So I'm curious about a flow using the Cloud agent where I'm able to go to the code on GitHub and just add comments to the code. And then the agent can pick that up and work on it. I would assume I would need to at least have a branch. But is it possible for me to just add random comments on GitHub on a branch? Or if I create a PR first, can I create comments on any piece of code or only on the changed code? I'll dig in. I do worry about one thing. I do worry about with this whole thing is that we're like leaning into Claude. Like the whole team has to align on a specific agent, which might be fine. Like it's the company. This company uses Claude. Like that's fine. Just like this company uses Linear. I guess that's fine. Yeah, but it would be nice if it was more generic. But yeah, what's gonna be our first post? I want it to be why agents in the cloud. I love this font. Yeah, and then the whole, yeah, we need to fix so that I can edit live articles so I don't make changes while someone's opening it. That will be horrible. Let's see what I said. There are two separate questions tangled in. Where GitHub lets you anchor a comment and what an agent can actually pick up. They don't fully... Okay, but just give me the summary. To clean off the branch, open a draft PR, leave inline review comments, tagging. Yeah. Commenting is a specific commit or a PR diff. Well, so what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to go on GitHub, look at the code using VS Code on the web, and basically just I need a way to like batch up several comments that I want to give to Claude. And I'm not sure what exactly that experience should look like. It could also be just create a session with Claude and say, or create a workflow with Claude where I say, okay, let's give me a list of like the root of the repo, and then I get that list and I say, okay, I want to go and look at the server code. Give me an overview of that, and then, but then again, I need to literally really look at the code. So I think a better way would be for me to somehow, or yeah, maybe we could use an extension, right? Isn't there like a to-do extension where I could just go into a branch, I could add these to-do comments, and then I could ask Claude to like open that branch and go and find all the to-dos and then address them. Maybe that will be the best way to do it. Something like that. Why agents in the cloud? Yeah, I'm not gonna sit on the stream and write articles, but at least we have something rolling now, which is great. What did you say? Yeah, I think we're just gonna do a little code review and continue the cleanup on that branch, and then I'm gonna try to write the first article, the actual first article, and then we're gonna do a review of like all the concepts that's built into this project that relates to like using Claude in the cloud. Yeah, maybe that should even be the name of the project, Claude in the cloud. Is a distinctive marker. Fine for it's so verbose. One thing that so it would be nice that I kind of see a highlight when I add these comments. It would also be nice to have an extension that allows me to add comments that is context aware, so that if I add comments in JSX, it's going to create like a JSX comment. If I create it in a JSON file, it's going to create a JSON comment. Yeah, is there any extension like this? I know I actually built one once, but it's part of a bigger thing. But yeah, is there like an extension that's able to do this? Yeah, maybe I can extract that and create my own thing. My own little extension. Though I wouldn't be using it too often, I think. Oh, interesting. It didn't actually change the... Oh, it didn't save. When editing. That's something we need to fix. Better comments. Deprecated tar. Interesting. Is this a deploy? This is a build log. I wanted to have access to the build log as well. Okay, short version, the context-aware syntax part of the is mostly already native. It's built. Oh, it's built into VS Code. Command +/. Okay. Yeah, but I don't think we don't really need. Okay, for the highlight, better comments next. Okay, we can try that. It does almost what it's going to insert comment, command plus language aware comment syntax and template custom tag, tag blah blah blah. But what does it not suspiciously call? And basically unknown. Oh, it won't run in github.dev. So, oh, interesting. So what was the... Oh. Do we have... Yeah. No code actions. Okay, maybe I can change Open. Okay, I want to test comment insertion first. What's the how would I add like command plus I as the way to insert comments? Yeah, in the way you describe context-aware comments. So I want them to be added to the line above of except like is that also a thing natively in VS Code? So if I would do command I on an empty line, would it insert a comment there? But if there's already code there, would it put the comment? Would it create a new line and add the comment? Does it have that kind of behavior? And anyways, I need to know what's the actual command for this, so I can bind command I to the insertion of the comment. Yeah, because that's another thing. You want to add it like naturally to the... Oh. This is taking so much time. Yeah, because I want to split these things up, that's for sure. Give them their own files. And then properly validate them. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, the key fact, there's no single net for insert comment on the line above. The native commands all act on the current line selection. Okay. Add comment line, add non-toggle. What does that mean? Toggle block comment? Okay. Let's try that. Oh, you can... Oh, interesting. Okay, let's try this one. Key bindings. JSON. Why is it an array? Do I have to do this? Look at that. Yeah, but there's no like, yeah, I don't like this. I wanted to insert... I think is that it's unconditional, not smart. Run commands can't clearly inject text. But instead of leaning on block comments, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I wanna actually... I think I'm gonna extract the logic of my other project. Because I think that's a really nice experience of refactoring. It's just going through the code and just make comments about what you want to change. And then you just give all the comments to an AI. because you don't have to like reference the files, where in the file. It's a lot of stuff to explain using natural language. Okay, but that's a different project. That's something I can prep for next time. What should we do? Okay, we're gonna fix one thing, and then I'm gonna stop. So I noticed when in production, I guess it's the same in dev, when I try to edit an article, like changing its title or changing its content, it doesn't seem to save it. And it's actually currently, it's kind of bad that we currently like update an article that's already published. We should have a concept of like drafting a change, but forget about that now. The important thing is that when we edit an article, that it's actually saved. Could you figure out what's going on? Yeah, I'm gonna take my CodeSpark extension. I'm gonna extract the commenting thing because it's actually really clever how it works. And then we're gonna make that its own extension. And we're gonna like brand it as a way to communicate changes to agents. And instead of having like add, modify, and delete, it's just gonna be like, hey agent, like Claude. And make sure it works on the web. That's also important. Yeah, and I think I want to just make the whole thing bigger because we're zooming in quite a bit there. This is a bit small. I want to make everything bigger. Yeah, we can do that later. I'm curious if it actually uploads the actual agent session. It should do it. Yeah, I was reflecting yesterday about how do you actually make them autonomous? Because if I want to make a change, I could discuss with it, create that plan, but I wonder what I want to do. Like, would I use /goal? Like, would I create my own? Is it possible? Yeah, let's ask it. I'm curious, with Claude Code, there is this goal command, but is it possible to wrap that command so I can have my own like goal command in the sense that I kind of want to start my session with Claude and create a plan. And then when I validated the plan, I wanted to like continue this workflow of implementation, creating PR, validating, reacting to comments on the PR until completion. But I don't want to write that manually every time I accept the plan. Could I create my own command for this? It's interesting how like the streams. Yeah, I wonder what I'm gonna stream about when this is. Yeah, it was really interesting. I was at a festival on Saturday and I would just do this from my phone. I would just prompt it and then put my phone in my pocket and then. Yeah, so I think like streaming about this should be more about reviewing everything that's happening, like the code and the instructions and the PR outputs and all of this, and not actually creating new stuff, because it takes a long time. Oh, of course. Oh, of course. It wasn't my post. Oh, of course. It wasn't my post at all. But I was still able to edit it, which is weird. I should not be able to edit a post that's not mine, like in the client. So we need to add some kind of check so that I can only click the edit button on posts that are actually mine. Oh yeah, allowed logins. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, look at this. Now requires DB match. I'm also just curious, like how exactly do we load the posts now? If I go to the main page, do we load the posts with everything in there, like even the contents of the posts? And when I click a post, what happens then? Does it do a full navigation and like a server-side render of the post, or does it do like some kind of client-side thing? Yeah, did it actually change the URL when I go? No, it doesn't change the URL. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't have a client-side router yet, so that's fine. Including every post complete body, yeah. Yeah, pure in memory. Effectively a spa. Okay. Okay, cool. That's fine for now. We're going to change this later, but I want you to create a PR of what we've done here. Yes, and it's a good instinct because the cleanse version actually splits into pieces rather than one mega command. That's just the implement green open PR part. It's a custom slash command is just a markdown prompt template whose body gets injected into the session when you invoke it. Oh. Is it a markdown prompt template? Interesting. The current recommended form is a skill rather than the older. You invoke right after approving the plan. Yeah, so since we're embracing Claude here, I'm thinking about changing the workflows into skills instead. Still referencing them from the agents file, or I guess we should just use the Claude MD file now. Name ship. Yeah, you're executing the plan that was just approved. Do not replan or ask for reapproval. The goal is what keeps it relentless. The important constraint, the evaluator doesn't run commands or read files independently. This is really interesting. Like, I don't understand what goal is. So weird that it's not intuitive, that how to make it autonomous. But then goal is what keeps it relevant. But how do I pair it? I don't understand this. So I would do goal and then do ship it. But I don't understand how to kick this off. Would I write /goal and then ship it? And that would trigger the shipping skill? And the shipping skill describes to the goal how to work towards completion? Or all right, we have a PR. Yeah, I'm curious. No, we didn't even have a work. Yeah, and I think you can completely remove this, right? Yeah. So I think you can completely remove the data folder, right? This was just for mock data. So we should completely clean up our approach of having mocked data in the client. Right, let me untangle the mental model because they don't nest the way you're picturing. Goal doesn't call ship. They're two independent layers. Goal is a persistence layer. Yeah, but tell me step by step, what should I do? So the skill doesn't describe. I am still confused. Tell me exactly what I need to do step by step to write a plan, validate, write a plan, and then have a skill that describes how to get to completion, and then actually make it work towards completion using a goal. Like step by step, what do I need to do? Data, it's gone. Cool. Yeah, so what's interesting here is that this is the thing I'm still not sure about, because you want the flexibility of Claude doing what you tell it to do, but you also want it to follow these workflows. And sometimes it might make sense to just do a quick fix like it did here, but you kind of want that plan, but then the plan might be artificial, and then it's really hard to evaluate what did you actually want here. So here, this is just randomly created by Claude. This is not my workflow or defined workflow, but I don't know if this should have been like a plan or... Oh. What was this? Replace on removes a single trailing slash. Yeah, I think we can drop that. Let us drop this completely. Yeah, and now it's like, should I comment here or should I just tell Claude to go and look at the comments and then mention these things? Yeah, maybe I should do that. Okay. Could you take a look at the comments from Copilot on the PR? You need to fix the authorization of posts. That's been commented multiple times. And also about like handling trailing slashes for the app URL. You can just remove that logic. It was just me that misconfigured it, and we shouldn't have any logic for misconfiguration. Like, we have to configure correctly. That's fine. So yeah, please just remove that that logic. Okay, one more time. One time setup, ship skill. Then open the repo and start Claude code. Press Shift Tab twice to enter plan mode, whatever. Describe the task, Claude researches and proposes. Type ship. Claude reads the skill and starts. But I don't want to write ship and then goal after that, manually writing what the goal is. The goal is to ship the thing. But wouldn't it work if I do /goal ship it? It should pick up the ship skill, right? And then treat that as its goal. That should work, right? Because that would be a beautiful thing. It's like I work on this plan, and then I just do /goal ship it. And then it just works to completion. That would be amazing. I sound like Trump. That should work, right? Because that would be a beautiful thing. How are we doing? 2 changes. Yeah, and this is also a thing. It's like it's not really picking up on. Could you please resolve the comments as they've been fixed? That's another thing. It's like, yeah, I want to do a refactor so that we really embrace the primitives of Claude, like using skills instead of workflows. Like it's still kind of like workflows, but they're represented as skills. Yeah, like this, like it didn't go and resolve the conversations. Like it should do that. Cool. And did it fix it? Consistent admin only allowed login now sees all drafts and can edit any post. No. So the way this should work is, it's fine that all allowed logins sees all drafts, but they should not be able to edit any post. They can only edit their own posts. So this allowed login is not supposed to be used for authorization. This is just for who is allowed to actually sign in. And then after that, it's all a normal authorization model. Like, I should only be able to see drafts from my account and only be able to edit my posts, while a different user, well, I guess the other test user should only see their own drafts and be able to edit their own posts. Come on. And the half that's wrong is the important. Okay, everything after it as a condition string. Can auto invoke Claude, loads a skill automatic, and then could well pull in your ship skill on its own. The part of the dream is real. Semantic recognition. Okay, the condition half is where it falls. Ship it becomes the stopping test that haiku checks after every turn, and the evaluator only judges what. Huh. This is so interesting that you can't do this. Like, you can't like have a default way of setting goals. Like, it's just not goal, it's a stop hook. One time, okay. Wait, stop hooks only act if this session. Oh, interesting. And the prompt hook can make that judgment. Okay, that's interesting. And there's a safety cap that ends the session after 8 consecutive stop hook blocks. Like, you see how not magical all of this is? There is no magic here. It's, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna think about that one. Now restore the ownership check on the patch handler in both done. Allow logins, controls who can sign in, nothing else. Drafts, you only see your own. Server side in the API, SSR, and client filter. Edit, server returns 403 for the same reason. Yes, exactly. Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna merge this, and then I'm gonna fix that other extension. And then tomorrow we can try to, yeah, review some code and then refactor so we actually use Claude skills and everything. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Bye for now.